You have done well, Lord Vader. And now I sense you wish to continue your search for young Skywalker.
Yes, my master.
Welcome to MojoPlays, and today we're taking a look at the 10 coolest Easter eggs hidden across the Star Wars games.
Boba! Boba! Looking slick, buddy!
Before we begin, we publish new videos all week long, so be sure to subscribe to MojoPlays and ring the bell to be notified about our latest videos. Indiana Jones, LEGO Star Wars: The Complete Saga.
He has become known as the greatest adventure hero of all time. But next year...
Want to trade your lightsaber for a whip and dusty fedora? Well, it may sound like an odd choice to make when playing a Star Wars game, but LEGO Star Wars: The Complete Saga does have that option. Yes, you can play as the famed adventurer Indiana Jones, and it does not require a ton of effort to unlock him. All you have to do is wander into the bonus room of the cantina and watch the trailer for LEGO Indiana Jones: The Original Adventures. Afterwards, you can purchase him for a somewhat fair price of 50,000 studs.
The greatest adventure ever assembled.
A high price for a famous head. Star Wars Jedi Survivor.
Last chance, Cage. Walk away.
One of the coolest parts of Jedi Survivor is the ability to hunt down the bounty hunters. You have 17 of them to hunt down across a multitude of planets, and yes, the task may seem daunting to some. However, there is an unexpected appearance from someone should you take every one of them down. Upon defeating the final one, the most notorious bounty hunter in the galaxy will arrive. Sadly, Boba Fett is only here for his cameo and nothing else. He does say something rather ominous to Cal though, something that may hint at his return in a future title.
No, it feels good not to be the target for once.
You have no idea how valuable this woman is.
Mara Jade Skywalker, Star Wars Galactic Battlegrounds.
A long time have I watched the man called Darth Vader from the darkness, from the shadows of my master's chambers.
At the start of a game, you may have not had much reason to look around the map. After all, you kind of need units to wander around and explore to know what's happening in certain areas. But enter in some specific cheat codes, and you might be able to spot a mysterious woman in a far-off corner of one of the maps. This woman is none other than Mara Jade Skywalker, a Sith who worked for the Empire before defecting and becoming a Jedi Master. Mara is a character who has only appeared in Star Wars books and radio dramas, as well as a few non-canon appearances in video games. Galactic Battlegrounds was one of those rare appearances, and not only does she narrate Darth Vader's campaign, she is also a unit you can recruit in custom scenarios.
TIE bomber ready for orders.
Guybrush Threepwood, Star Wars: The Force Unleashed 2.
But nobody wants to risk lives making small hit-and-run attacks either. Juno keeps pushing them to do something.
Many Star Wars games pay tribute to various LucasArts properties, just as we saw with Indiana Jones and LEGO Star Wars. But one crossover we would have never anticipated was Star Wars and Monkey Island. In The Force Unleashed 2, you can find a room that houses a few statues of what appears to be Guybrush Threepwood. Destroy each statue to make a collectible appear, grab it, and you will unlock not Guybrush Threepwood, but Guybrush Threep Killer. Unfortunately, he does not come with any insult saber dueling skills.
Nav coordinates and schematics for the secret cloning facilities on Camino.
A Hair of Fame. Indiana Jones, Monkey Island. What's next, Grim Fandango? Well, no, but Sam & Max was another legendary LucasArts series that got a special shout out from the galaxy far, far away, and across several games. In Dark Forces, the map of Ice Station Beta is an outline of Max's head. In Rogue Squadron 3, unlock the flying Buick and see a Max ornament hanging from the rear view mirror. But Max's most prominent appearance in Star Wars is in Star Wars Jedi Knight Dark Forces 2. In the 5th level, Baron's Head, the Fallen City, you may spot a woman leaving from one of the buildings. If you're fast enough, you can sneak through the door that she left from and find Max brandishing a pistol. Talk to him, and he'll assist Kyle Katarn for the remainder of the level. Just try not to shoot him. He will retaliate. Familiar rooms. Star Wars Battlefront 2. With all the madness ensuing in a game like Battlefront 2, you may not have thought to take the time to explore the areas you spawn in or areas that are constantly covered in blaster fire. Battlefront 2 hides a number of rooms that fans of the movies will instantly recognize. On Naboo, you can find the generator room that leads into the Red Barrier room where Qui-Gon Jinn and Darth Maul fought. On Yavin 4, you can visit the room where the rebels were briefed on the Death Star plans in the original movie. You can even walk inside the interrogation room from Force Awakens when playing on the Starkiller map. There are a few more locations scattered in the game, so maybe go ahead and boot up Battlefront 2 to try to find the others. The Hidden Fortress. LEGO Star Wars The Skywalker Saga.
Of course I'm worried, and you should be too. Lando Calrissian and poor Chewbacca never returned from this awful place.
As many Star Wars fans might know by now, George Lucas's famed film was inspired by a Japanese movie called The Hidden Fortress, directed by legendary filmmaker Akira Kurosawa. LEGO Skywalker Saga pays tribute to the movie in a cutscene that, while explicit, can still go over many players' heads. In the first cutscene for Return of the Jedi, we see R2-D2 and C-3PO making their way to Jabba's palace. One shot shows the two in the distance with a skeleton front and center of the frame. With the Skelly Man is a flag and Irish text on it, and when translated, it reads, Hidden Fortress, with an arrow pointing north. Veteran Droid, Star Wars Outlaws.
Ooh, the security here is tight. You ever get through a defense system like that in D5?
While Star Wars Outlaws often strays away from crossing over with other bits of Star Wars media, there was one line of dialogue that we thought was way too cool not to share. In one segment later in the game, you'll have to break into an area inhabited by one of the syndicates. Kay talks to ND5 about possible entry points, and just before they hang up, ND5 makes a comment about how he served in a particular event, one that few Star Wars fans may even know about.
Yes, Kay. I fought in the Separatist War.
The Separatist War was an event that occurred after the government of Ord Mantell aligned itself with the Republic. This part of Star Wars lore has only ever been depicted in the MMO, Star Wars The Old Republic, and has only ever been mentioned in passing a couple of times in further updates for the same game and even a book. So it's kind of shocking that Ubisoft would throw a reference to something this obscure into Outlaws.
How does that sound?
Hazard pay, huh? How dangerous is this mission, exactly?
THX, Star Wars Galactic Battlegrounds. One of George Lucas's very first works was a short film he made as a student called Electronic Labyrinth THX 11384EB, a mouthful of a title that would go on to serve as the name of audio production house THX, which was co-founded by Lucas. A plethora of Star Wars media have paid tribute to this short in some form or another, and Galactic Battlegrounds is pretty explicit with theirs. When selecting a unit of stormtroopers, there's a chance they will respond with
THX 1138 ready, stormtrooper ready.
But you want to know the craziest Easter egg in all of Star Wars gaming truly is? Jar Jar in Carbonite, Star Wars The Force Unleashed.
I should have expected the Emperor would send an assassin. It's a coward's tactic.
We all know the ultimate truth as to how the events of Star Wars transpired in the first place. We know the cause. We know the plague. That is Jar Jar Binks. Well, it turns out the Gungan got his just desserts during Order 66, as evident by his appearance in The Force Unleashed. While exploring the Kashyyyk hunting lodge, take a close look at the displays. One of them is of a Gungan frozen in carbonite, and judging from that expression, it's safe to assume we all know who that is. He had it coming. We all know Jar Jar Binks is a Sith Lord, and ladies and gentlemen, we got him. Were you able to spot any of these for yourself? Was there one we might have missed?
I'll just leave you to talk this out.
Let us know down in the comments below, and be sure to subscribe to MojoPlays for more great videos every day.